Hello, good evening. How's it going, everyone? Rosenthorn here again. It's community night. It's gonna be a thing now. I'm gonna make it a thing. We're gonna. If I make a community night, then people have to come, right? It'll force you to spend time with me. Oh shit, we got double. Whoops. There we go. Hello. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get everything set up with the help of Yule. Yeah. And then I'm going to leave it on screen for people to join and trickle in. As hopefully more people might want to show up. And I'll leave it for people to join while I get a coffee and water. Because I'm a little bit rushed. I might have been a bit late to setting stuff up. As I tend to be. Hat was a bit big. Yeah, so I look more shaded than normal, Ziohex, because this game isn't going to be graphically intense, so I could put myself up to maximum graphics. I'm fully rendered. Hopefully it doesn't look weird. Hang on. I can do like a poll or something, right? Actually, there's not enough people in chat yet, I don't think, for a poll, is there? No, there's not. What regions do people like? Personally, I would want to go for like these. But if you want like March or North, let me know. So you like North? Canton North? I like patricians. I mean, I'm the monarch, right? So it doesn't really matter to me. Okay, so let me pin that. Hell yeah. Oh, a session code. I don't see one. I think you have to... Are you not at a PC then? Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, there you go. Maybe. Yeah, that's you, isn't it? That looks customized. Oh, look at you, Zaya Hex. That's a manly man. I don't know either. Hey, we're all they thems, Bofa, don't worry. It's gender neutral. That's the whole point of it, right? Yeah, you turn into a non-binary vampire for the counts. You got to be a little bit zesty with it when you account. So we're going to need more people. So what I'm going to do is... I'm going to spread my propaganda around some self-promo channels, friends' discords that allow for it. I'm going to post on Blue Sky because I forgot. Then I'm going to leave this screen up while I go and get myself a drink and some snacks. And so people can kind of come in and join. So I'm going to leave the stream in the care of all of you, okay? While I quickly disappear and then hopefully return. I am still in yours, yes. Let me just make a message I can copy and paste about the place between all these various channels. There is a category. I forgot to change it. There you go. There's only 25 viewers on it, so it might be that people who are keen on the game might want to drop by. Sometimes games with less viewers have more loyal fans stalking their live pages. will say, when I do a poll to ask people if they want to do party games on a Sunday and they vote, I would really hope in the future they then show up after voting. It's a little bit rude, honestly. Oh well. You don't vote that you want to be involved in party games and then then not show up. Oh well. It happens, doesn't it? You never know what plans change for people. Oh well. That's fine though. We got if this doesn't work out, we'll I'll play another game, you know, and it won't we'll have to figure something out. We could do like there's like the Twitch there's like the multiplayer GeoGuessr, right? That's a thing, isn't it? That could be fun. We'll see.
Gentlemen, this is democracy, man.
Oh. It's doubling up again.
Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis. This is the bloke who got me on the penis, people. Why did you do this to me? For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? Succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes, I see you know your judo well. Good one. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? How dare... Get your hands off me. Ta-ta and farewell.
Was that doubled up on your end, or just my end? The audio. Oh, cool. Okay, so it's just me. I think what I did was I didn't realize sound alerts automatically play the audio for you. So I had a monitor on. I had an audio monitor set for it. But it automatically plays the audio for me, so I didn't need to do that. So it doubled for me. Oh yeah, I've got bigger ears, so I have double the audio. My lip syncing's a bit off today. What's going on there? Hello? Oh well. A bit random sometimes. Doesn't always like to play ball. Bit embarrassing, we dropped from 5 viewers to 2. Oh dear. It's going well. Community night. What community? My bad. I'll do better organising it next time. No, it's just my fault, really. Advertise it better. I'm going to go get a coffee and a drink, and a little snacky, and I'll come back up. And if no one's arrived and joined, we'll start considering something else. It's fine. It's all fine. Let me just write a little message. I leave the stream in your capable hands, Hexenbofer, and I apologize if this doesn't end up being a thing.
I'm going to commit various unforgivable war crimes! I'll be wanted in every country!
That's my girl.
Hello. Welcome in, Ogre Daddy and Dorcadus. Welcome in. Hello. Thank goodness, more people. More nobles. Sorry, it was just answering a DM. Hello, sorry. nice to see you, Ogre Daddy. Hello. Yes, we need more nobles, really. I mean, technically we can play with 4. That is like the minimum amount required, I believe. Yeah, party game for 4+ players, so we should be able to start with 4. But I don't know, can more join midway through? Never actually... yes, cool, okay. Then we might get into it then. Actually, if you don't mind, I need to eat my food. How's everyone doing? How's your weekend been, Ogre Daddy? Also, check out my my queen, my monarch. Queen Rosenthorn of the Lefay dynasty. Ain't she a beaut? So you have a cold, Ogre Daddy. Hope the rest of your family are okay too. Especially with little ones around. You don't want them to catch a sickness. I mean, would folks want to as a community night, if we were playing Sea of Thieves, I would have let people into my voice chat. You folks want to enter a Discord voice call for this? Would you have more fun that way? Because I'm more than happy to. Had we been playing Sea of Thieves instead, I would have just let people in. So it's community night. Although I guess maybe that would kill the chat activity, wouldn't it? Oh, the noble houses need to be streamers. I see. I see what you mean. Right. Alright, we'll keep the chat active. But you're right, actually, Ogre. That would be cool if we did a collab where we found enough streamers to... Oh, what would be cool is if the noble houses got their own... Like when you did the Guns of Icarus tournament. The noble houses each had their own Discord. Yeah, okay, that would be cool. We'll do that. We'll figure out... Let's start recruiting people. Make a group DM and start just yanking people in. Although, how would they see the game if they had a different voice call to the host? You'll have a full plan ready by Tuesday. God damn, okay. You can always rely on Ogre Daddy to bring people together. So I'm eating my bowl of cereal. I like half an hour into the stream and I'm not even started yet. Oh, that's like... That text is now incorrect anyway. Hello, welcome in Enraged Alien Avian. How goes it? For me, it goes well. We got people in here for King of the Castle, gathering our nobles. Oh no, ad break. Sorry, everyone. Welcome in, Gentleman Berserk, as well, if you can hear me. Sorry for the ads, everyone. Sorry. I gotta... Listen, I gotta make that dollar. So, everyone in chat, if you check the pinned message in chat, you can see instructions. If you type !join, you can join King of the Castle. You will become a noble. And in my running of the realm, you will be able to help make decisions using the Twitch extension that is available. And I believe through chat as well. Yes, you get to vote and conspire. So please, !join if you want to. Join the noble houses. There we go. Welcome in, Enraged Avian. Oh, all alone in the patricians, Ogre. Tragic. You've got a monopoly, Ogre Daddy. Should we get started then? Other people will be able to join as we go, so... I finished my snacking. I have food. I'm now energized and ready to go. Hang on, I've had an idea. One second. This is important. This doesn't quite work. No. No. This doesn't quite. It's just a random PNG. No. Not working. I'm a witch queen. I can't be bothered to find a PNG right now that works. We can't have the band showing. No. Got 2 in 1. 2 different spam bots. Look at us go. Oh, maybe a double. I like that it deleted one of their messages, but not the other. It was good work there, mods. Right, begin game. Guards, execute him. King of the Castle Primer. Monarch, winning. I win if I acquire an heir, then complete my ambition. My first reign will likely end in disaster. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. I have to keep an eye on the region's schemes. If they all pass their stages, they'll win the game. Be careful of the region's defiance stat. If it gets too high, the regions may rebel against me. The nobles, that's you. You're the nobles. You win by passing all 3 stages of your scheme. And each stage requires you to get stats to certain levels, which are affected in voting. How you vote is up to you for your region's scheme, to stop other schemes, or for the good of the kingdom. If your defiance stat is high enough, you can rebel. It pauses your scheme and is risky, especially if you have low military. Each season you'll get 3 events to play. Click on one to get started. Coronation. This is me. I'll appear in most of the stories, but not all of them. I have to keep all of my kingdom stats above 0 or I will end the game. These are the region's stats. Stats determine which events are generated. Trade, farming, military, faith, defiance. If defiance is higher than both authority and stability, a region can trigger a rebellion. This will pause their scheme and is risky. You can scroll through the full list of nobles and their wealth here. Right there. Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Why the hurry? To delay any longer would make the nobles restless, and when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back. Very well then, what must I do? As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. What? But it's my coronation! This isn't an absolute monarchy, your majesty. Everything has to be run past a council vote, even this. Shall we call the nobles in? Alright, you lot, get in here. Certain choices will change stats. Some certain choices that do so will indicate this change here. Not all choices that change stats have these indicators, and they do not show the region affected. These are the upcoming choices your nobles will vote on. Each of these may change stats in some way. The monarch can change how a vote is run with a law. You may use one law per vote. Try using your veto on one option you dislike. Ah yes, I am blocking the view, aren't I? When the vote opens, now listen here, folks. When the vote opens, nobles vote using the command !vote, followed by the choice letter, i.e. !vote A. The monarch may close the vote any time after all nobles have voted, or the timer hits 0. So, option A, host a lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine. Lowers our treasury, ups our stability. Invite foreign dignitaries and show off our wealth. Minus 1,800 treasury, more trade and wealth. Throw the queen into the river. Stability goes up, authority goes down. The nobles must put on a vast banquet for the queen. Farming goes up, wealth goes down. Yeah, no, that's not happening. Get voting, lads. Ooh. I see the counts and the patricians want to invite all the dignitaries for wealth. Bleed to treasury in a protest. Alright. The voting has closed. It's option B. Stat changes. Damn, the chiefs! You're faithless, Zyrehex. Dignitaries arrive from all corners of Celeste App, and it's only appropriate you show off. A trained eagle drops a ruby encrusted crown atop your head as you stand on a golden podium. Oh, Dorkadas was already... I thought Dorkadas was already in the game. Look. He was one of the first to pop in here. There's Ia. I don't know how you pronounce that. Ia? Ia? Hex. Ogre Daddy. Looking fancy, everyone. The awed crowd includes such influential figures as the Dukes of Sarl, the Princes of Tavalin, and even a pearl bearer from Atesh. Lucrative trade deals are struck at the evening's feast. Here it is. The North's trade is now modest. The Coast's trade is now opulent. The East's trade is now dynamic. Some chiefs' wealth has increased. Wealth has increased across the board. Only the Grand Pensionary of Kurth is not in attendance. The Republic, after all, is fundamentally opposed to the very concept of monarchy. Council introduction. Now that you're the Queen, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Your nobles hail from across all across the kingdom. The wintry north, the desolate east, and of course the wealthy coast. Hello there, chiefs of the north. Zaya Hex and Ia. Here you are, Ia. Good luck in the days ahead, your highness. You'll need it, dealing with us lot. Introduce yourself to the Counts of the East. This is a player who has brought the King of the Cast. It's advertising. Yes, here is Dorkadas. An honor to finally make your acquaintance, your highness. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. Oh, sorry, Ia. Sometimes it randomizes when you don't own the game, I'm afraid. Sorry it doesn't quite look right for you. Sire Hex. I think you look great here, but if it's not, it doesn't feel you, then I'm sorry. It's just, unfortunately, if you don't own the game, it gives you a random appearance based off of the faction you're in. Introduce yourself to the patricians of the coast. A pleasure, your esteemed highness. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. I will not be attempting to do impressions of my friends today. And with that, the introductions are done. Oh, I feel like... I think Ia looks like a... I'd say that was a woman, Ia. Is that not a woman? Well. Oh well. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand your favour. You sigh and sit back. If this is what the council is what the council's like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. Yeah, if you want to do pronouns at least. Then there'll be a girl. They won't change appearance, but they will be a woman. Heir and ambition. The monarch must acquire an heir and complete the ambition to win the game. Espouse is useful but not necessary. Complete your ambition before a scheme or rebellion usurps you, or before you lose all authority, treasury, stability. Right, that should have changed you. Maybe? Not appearance-wise. We'll see. Hang on, let me just add that to the... There we go. The first few years of your reign are the most difficult. You're new and unproven. The nobles of the council will scheme against you, hoping to kick you off the throne and put their own puppet claimant in your place. Who says I have to get pregnant? Maybe I can get someone else pregnant. Maybe I'll get one of you Pregante. How about that? You're in danger. You're new and unproven. The members of the council will scheme against you, hoping to kick you off the throne and put their own puppet claimers in your place. Those fools couldn't scheme their way out of a paper bag. Better Queen said you have been toppled by their treacherous nobles, Your Majesty. To defeat their schemes, you must secure an heir and prove that you are worthy to crown by completing an ambition. My question is, when you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? As the greatest queen who ever lived. I see, you're the type who likes to build lots of statues of yourself, are you? I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving your authority as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. I can now advance the game by pressing End Season. Here are your lands, everyone. There's already an ogre mummy, though. Guess there could be 2 ogre mummies. Nothing wrong with that. Here's the coast. Here's where Ogre Daddy resides. The north is the home of Zyhex and Ea. And the east is Bofur and Dorkadas's little hovel. Oh, what's this? Each region will now vote for one of 3 randomly selected schemes. Schemes are made up of 3 stages with specific stat requirements. Passing all 3 scheme stages places the region's claim on the throne. Kestrid of the Ziohex clan. Powerful northern orator. Stands precariously on a long house crossbeam, screaming like a fallen god. Chiefs of the North, we all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter Queen Rosenthorn. How do we make that happen? Oh shit. Voting, chiefs. This is you, Zyhex, and... Sorry, I didn't realise it would start voting. Aya, Zyhex. You gotta vote. Doppelganger. Intimidation. Oh, it's not an absolute timer? Good. Okay, I won't rush you then. You're lowering faith further. Oh my god, Zyhex, what are you up to? Turning us into a faithless land. Right. So, chiefs. It says 0 seconds remaining, but you can still vote. Because I haven't skipped it. Okay. Not voting in unity, I see. I guess it's randomly chosen Hornblower, which was Zyhex's vote to lower all faith. The chiefs plan to dig up Odheld's legendary horn and use it to take over the kingdom. First, they must win the favour of the gods by diminishing the kingdom's belief in the Ninth. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must lower the combined total of all regions' faith to 12 or less in 4 seasons. Alright, chiefs. That's your goal. Zyhex, Ea, and anyone else who might join. You have to lower the combined faith of all regions to 12 or less within 4 seasons. Yeah, we're already quite faithless. Mara of the Bofurdy Snuts dynasty, charismatic former hermit, leans delicately on a podium, speaking in a melodious voice. My fellow counts, in ancient times the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false Queen Rosenthorn wears the crown. What scheme should the counts pursue to overthrow the new queen and place their preferred claimant Mara on the throne? A. Subterfuge to lower stability. B. Uprising to raise the treasury. Ascension to lower own faith. I would personally advise against Ascension, I guess, if the Chiefs want to lower. Oh, wait. Oh, you can... Wait, so you could... Oh, hang on. So Zyhex can't win now without you also winning. Right? God, we're a godless country, aren't we? Are we giving Dorkadas a chance to vote here? There we go. Ascension. Alright. What scheme should the Counts pursue to overthrow the new queen and place a preferred claimant Mar on the throne? It is Ascension to lower own faith. The Counts plan to induct the queen into their secret cult and offer her immortality in exchange for the throne. First, they must reduce the power of the Eastern Church. Both of these nuts dynasty. Yes, Mara of both of these nuts. To advance their scheme, the Counts must lower their faith to 4 less than 3 seasons. So technically it's possible for Zyhex to still lower the faith, but not so much so that the Counts win. Beaufort's nuts. The Beaufort's nuts dynasty. Aspen of the Ogre Daddy family, charismatic Navy Admiral, scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, explaining in measured prose. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Queen Rosenthorn. Nothing must be done. What scheme should the patricians pursue to overthrow the new queen and place a preferred claimant, Aspen, on the throne? A. Sorcery to raise authority. B. Monopoly to raise own trade. C. Corruption. I won't even bother. It's only Ogre Daddy voting, and he knows what he's doing. It's Monopoly. The patricians plan to privatize this entire damn kingdom. First, they must build their own industry. To advance their scheme, the patricians must raise their trade to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Here you can review the region's schemes and their claimants. When you have an heir, they will appear on the right of this page. If your reign ends abruptly, the nobles will vote for the next monarch. The vote is between the 2 regions with the highest combined stats and your heir if you have one. Estrid, Mara and Aspen. They are our claimants. An embittered step-aunt, a distant cousin and an ambitious vassal. Adopt a new law. See you around here. Here you can adopt a new law that alters how voting is run. You'll be able to adopt more once a year at the end of the winter. You can adopt 1 new law at a time and have a maximum of 3 laws to use. After voting, nobles can change their minds and vote for a different option. How nobles choose to vote is hidden from the monarch's view. Why would I want that? Plus, I can see in chat. Right? That one doesn't work in Twitch mode, surely. Plus 600 treasury if the nobles vote for the selected option. If the nobles vote otherwise, minus 200 treasury. We gamble. Let's head on down to the coast, where there are pirates. You must do something about the pirates that have been plaguing the coast's ocean trade routes. I lost a whole shipment of fine silks. Oh no, Ogre Daddy, your fine silks. And they killed the crew, of course. That who won't be cheap to replace. Your wealth is decreased by 300. Some choices have certain outcomes, called challenges. These can either be random or based on a stat. The percentage shows the chance of success. You can order the coast's navy to patrol the sea routes, or there's nothing to be done. Alright, Ogre. What you doing? I kind of figured there were two options and one of them was to basically give up. So I was going to royal gamble on you voting for using the navy. Oh, everyone can vote. Uh-oh. I see. Right, we had one person step away, so I think everyone's voted. Yes. Io is no longer with us. Tie break. We're using the military. Order the coast navy to patrol the sea routes. Over the next few months, the patrician navy suffers constant attrition in their battle with pirates. The coast's military challenge has failed. My treasury has gone up. Oh. Oh, wait. Alright, we're going to wait for ads. Ah. Hopefully, we're all good. Yeah, your coasts are unprotected, friend. The navy, oh god, the coast military has been completely wiped out. Uh-oh. Let me know when you're back from ad breaks. Hopefully, it will be soon. Yeah, but as we can see from this event, military can be helpful to have sometimes. So now you have none, which is a shame. Are folks back from adverts? I didn't want to move on until people had seen the outcome. You're back? Cool. Welcome back. Oh, you didn't get any, Ogre Daddy. Have you got an ad blocker on, you bastard? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, don't worry. Military challenge failed. Treasury is now 1,800 for me. Defiance is now grumbling in the coast, and the coast military has been wiped to zero. Your flagship is sunk by cannon fire. A pirate captain with some magical talent summons a kraken from the depths, destroying several of your galleons. Oh no. Davy Jones took you out, Ogre. These pirates are more powerful than advertised, though you do keep them away from the trade routes for now. The coast's naval power is weakened considerably, and the pirate problem is only getting worse. Well, bad luck with the pirates, patricians. Horror in the East. Your Majesty, a monster has been stalking my farms at night, smashing down the doors of cottages and feasting on the peasants inside. How many victims? Dozens, Your Grace, and only a few have survived the attacks. The survivors tell a garbled story about gleaming fangs amid a mountain of blood-soaked fur. Should the council deal with the monster in the east? How should the council deal with the monster in the east? A. Send a council army to deal with the abomination, which costs military, it would seem. Offer a substantial bounty on the monster, which lowers defiance. And this is no concern of ours, lowers farming instability. I'm not letting you take no action. There will be no sabotage today. For the good of the kingdom. Get in there, gang. Yeah, you saw what happened to the coast and you're not risking the military, yeah? Three nobles voted to offer a substantial bounty on the monster. The bounty is placed. Hopefully some enterprising monster slayer will claim it soon. Defiance is now loyal in the east. Right, now we have a capital event. Nothing's happening in the north, apparently. My marshal. Now that you are queen, you need personal protection. Why I could plunge my sword into your heart right now, could I not? I suppose so. You need an honor guard to keep you safe from such dangers, Your Majesty. Unfortunately, this is a political decision. What are my options? Each region offers typical UK government, no help for the north. Oh no. Each region offers a selection of elite guards. The chiefs with their most famous warrior heroes. The counts with the Order of the Drowned Rose. I mean, they feel thematic. I think I might just have to go for counts for the sake of the theme, you know? That would have been a Drowned Rose had you voted to put me in the river for the coronation. And the patricians offer their greatest gladiators, champions of the arena. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be loyal to coin above all. Tell me about the Northern Warriors. Bearded oafs with axes and no manners. They'll get drunk and cause trouble in the palace. No discipline at all, and I can't guarantee they won't run off on some random quest. But they're honourable, and in a fight, unbeatable. Tell me about the Eastern Knights. Oh, hello. My lady. Like, Zaya Hex, you said like a big bearded oaf to represent your warriors. And then the East sends like a beautiful knightly lady with a rose. It's like... They'll understand palace etiquette, but it's been years since they fought an actual battle. They mostly write poems these days. Tell me about the coastal gladiators. A gang of low-born crooks who've turned themselves into celebrities through their skill at chopping other people to bits. They're vain and selfish. Oh, I mean, it's very tempting, Ogre. I see the vision. Their skill in battle is undeniable, but can you trust them? What foreign mercenaries do you suggest? A band of fearsome fighters under tattered lands called the Battle-Bitten Brethren. They specialise in bodyguard work, but they're costly, and hiring foreigners will betray a lack of confidence in our kingdom's fighters. I already made my decision the moment I saw them. I await your verdict with bated breath, your majesty. It's the Eastern Knights. The coasts are now insolent. And the North are now aloof. Hello there. Do attend me. The knights arrive a few weeks later. They are all extremely pale and extremely polite. The commander introduces herself with a florid bow before reading out a poem she's written for the occasion. Oh my. Hey, I need an heir. You down for it? Right. End of the season. Nobles can use their wealth to bid on any building in a region, each of which affects a stat. This is done through an auction where only the 2 most funded buildings are chosen. When the auction is open, nobles can fund with the following command. Exclamation point fund, the option letter, and then the amount of funding you wish to provide. So like if you wanted to fund the observatory, it would be fund D50 or something like that. When you're ready, hit start auction to begin the auction. So, a library to increase stability, a monument to increase authority, for the counts, an aqueduct to increase their farming, an observatory to decrease their faith, for the patricians, a cathedral to increase the faith, or a grand bazaar to increase the trade. Begin the auction. Exclamation point fund, the option letter, then the amount you wish to spend. Your money is on the right. Ooh, we've got 700 to the observatory. I fear the Count's having the only duo of people available to vote might give them an advantage. You might have to spend more in order to beat them. Or work together between the 2 noble houses. I'll give you time, Zyhex. Oh, no. Okay, it wouldn't let me wait. Hopefully you were all able to vote. So, the counts have built an observatory, lowering faith. And the chiefs have built a library, upping their stability. Upping the stability, rather. Oh, it's all going on the coast. I'm going to find a spouse. In the twisty passages of your castle, you can avoid your advisors, the nobles, even the spy master, but there's one person you can't avoid. Your mother. Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year. I've been busy. You'd better find a time. Don't worry, I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference? Men, women, or do you not mind? Hey, any. I'll send out messages to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. Right. Your mother. Shortage. Ogre Daddy. Your esteemed highness, the situation in the coast is dire. The patricians, I mean, the Queen's navy is in tatters. So few ships remain that I fear we lack the presence to patrol our trade routes. We must bolster our dwindling forces in the coast. Who knows what will happen to our people without protection? What can be done to address the military downturn of the coast? A. Hire a mercenary company to help protect the coast, lowering our treasury but increasing our military presence. Employ traders from across the coast to build new ships, which spends trade. 80% trade. C. The coast has no need for sailors, leave them be. Oh, it's a trade challenge. Pardon me. That makes more sense. 80% chance. The problem is, Ogre Daddy's a little bit outnumbered. In his voting. There you go, Ogre. That's my vote. Get voting, gang. Oh, looks like we're That Hex wanting to spend the treasury, I see. Yeah, you don't want the kingdom to collapse before you can usurp it ourselves. Good point. Three nobles and the monarch voted for employed traders from across the coast to build new ships. A coast without ships is like a library without books. You set coastal carpenters, Wainwright and Cooper. Welcome in, Chris. Do you wish to become a noble? Hello, hello. You can join in if you like. Get involved in the voting. Work towards schemes. Exclamation point join, and then if you want to, add your pronouns as well, and you will become a noble. Probably of the patricians, who are the coastal traders of the south. And Ogre Daddy is currently the only one there, so we could use the assistance. We can explain the game as we go, and I'm sure Ogre Daddy will explain the goal. Oh, not today? That's alright. Well, thank you for joining anyway. If you're not up to multitasking, that's fine. Have a good time drawing. It's all done via Twitch chat, so it's not like super time consuming. But if you want to focus on your drawing, that is fair. A coast without ships is like a library without books. You set coastal carpenters, Wainwrights, and Coopers to making sea vessels to replace those the patricians have lost. New shipbuilding jobs bring life to the coastal economy, and the patricians get the boats they always wanted for an absolute bargain. The trade challenge was succeeded. The military is now only weak. Trade is now dominant, and defiance is now grumbling. It's gone down. However, you now have a pirate queen to deal with. Your August Majesty, our pirates are more aggressive than ever. They follow a pirate queen who calls herself the Bloody Gull. She has established a stronghold on a tiny speck of land called Spiderheart Isle. According to our spies, she is growing every day in power and wealth. What are we to do? Only half of our trade vessels reach their destinations. What should be done with the pirate queen plaguing coastal trade routes? A military challenge, which is only 10%. I should marry her, actually. She sounds great, but sadly not an option. Pay the pirates a hefty sum to leave your ships alone for a year, which costs the entire treasury. Place a bounty on the Bloody Gull's head for a random die. Send a diplomat to broker peace with the Pirate Queen. We're not spending our entire treasury to pay off pirates. And unfortunately, I can't do a monarch's vote because I wasted it. I know what I would do. Personally, I would send a diplomat, but... Oh, there we have it. Can I marry her? We all want to see her, to be fair. Let's get a good look at this Pirate Queen. Your diplomats arrive at Spiderheart Isle, but is not granted an audience. Instead, the Pirate Queen has pelted him with manure and sends him back with a letter in hand. Oh. The worst she can say is no. Your Majesty, the Bloody Gull writes that if you wish to negotiate, you must meet her in person. I cannot advise you take her up on the offer. What's the worst that could happen? Death by Snoo Snoo? Well, Your Majesty, there's always the risk of, to pick an entire example entirely at random, being pelted with manure. And even if the meeting goes well, you'll be legitimizing her false claims of royalty. The nobles will no doubt be annoyed. Book me a meeting with the Bloody Gull. I'm gonna go rid her up. Of course, Your Majesty. I'll arrange for a meeting as soon as possible. Gotta go visit a Pirate Queen. End of the season. The patricians' trade is skyrocketing. Faith is at an all-time low. Defiance at the patricians is middling. Authority is not raised, which is annoying. I haven't really had an opportunity yet. Here you can set different levels of taxation or bribes for each region in your kingdom, potentially punishing some while rewarding others. Balance the needs of your treasury against defiance changes. Remember, if a region's defiance is higher than both authority and stability, they can rebel. All nobles gain wealth here, but one region gains extra wealth with a trade bonus. Regions with a higher trade stat are more likely to get a trade bonus. The patricians' fisheries net 500 net wealth this quarter. The other nobles gain 200 wealth. Okay, Daddy, you want me to bribe you to vote your way? I say we tax the counts because they're doing quite well, really. Defiance-wise, they don't want low defiance. What am I going to lose? This is not a democracy. I choose how much people are taxed. For the cheek of telling me what to do, the counts are getting taxed. Taxing is the monarch's job. They sent their fairest ladies and now I've taxed them for it. Remember who guards me at night? Hey, you know what? They're doing more than guard me at night, I'll tell you that much. Right, there's a meeting with pirates. You travel to the coast, board a magnificent galleon with 10 rippling sails, and are whisked away to the Spider-Heart Isle for your meeting with the Pirate Queen. Yeah, Ogre Daddy's right. Those guards are basically going to be head over heels for me. They've just been indoors writing poetry all the time. And now they get to serve a incredibly attractive queen. With nothing but charm. Bring the honor guard with me. Her throne room sparkles with heaps of gold and jewels. The walls are bedecked with works of priceless art. She sits on a throne of driftwood, a stolen tiara upon her head. All around her court, pirates are stamping and singing and drinking. They turn quiet when they notice you have arrived. Oh, hello there, bloody girl. Ahoy there, your majesty. From one monarch to another. I'm surprised you accepted my invitation, but gratified. Well, I couldn't resist a chance to see your beauty up close. Feelings mutual, your majesty. Care to crack open a bottle of wine? A beautiful 55 vintage. We sank the ship carrying it, but reclaimed this bottle unbroken from the wreck. This could be poison. Oh, you sipped the wine. This is indeed delicious. You are a remarkable woman. I confess myself beguiled. You talk to the Pirate Queen long into the night, covering all manner of topics. Fashion, history, the arts. You're shocked as dawn breaks. Where did the time go? There's definitely something here. A connection. Have a romantic fling with the Pirate Queen? Well, if we're going to be civilized, you should probably know my true name. Call me Helena. Ooh, that's a good name. Let's have some more wine and see where the new day takes us. You go on to enjoy a thoroughly pleasant weekend with the Pirate Queen. Over the next few months, you return to the Pirate Queen again and again under the pretense of negotiating things with her. Did I do it? Propose. Ah, you bide your time and wait until the moment is right. At long last, you choose to propose to her on a secluded balcony overlooking the sparkling sea. I feel like she'd appreciate seeing the sea. Would you drop to one knee? Helena's hands fly to her mouth. Are you serious? Let me make you a true queen. She takes the ring, her eyes sparkling with sunlight triumph. Why wait, let's get married right now. And so you begin the ceremony on the bloody girl's own ship, with a drunken sea captain officiating. Do you take this woman as your wedded wife and queen? I do. Did I pronounce you queen and wife? Nice one. Let's have a beer. We did it, beloved. We're married now. Can you believe it? You get a queasy feeling, and it's not seasickness. Your nobles are going to be so upset when they hear about this. Actually, I'm looking at them right now. They fucking love it. They're applauding. Standing ovation. They're cheering. They want to see fan art. Yeah, the North would love her, surely. Only really the patricians that would be pissed off. Yeah, but the counts. Oh no, the counts would probably be like, wow, this is like our poetry. It's just like our fiction. Counts would love it because it's just like their fiction. The North would love it because she's like a hardened warrior. Patricians probably wouldn't like that I've married the person who killed probably hundreds of them. It's fine, whatever. Ogre Daddy loves it. And my mother can, you know, whatever, it's fine. Love is love. Eligible options. Hi, Mum. Well, I spent weeks finding some suitable matches for you, but I suppose given the circumstances, I wasted my time. The Monster Slayer. I mean, the Monster Slayer is kind of... Could I have like a... Could I have like a... Could I have more than one spouse? Just saying. Mal is side piece in the East. Listen, the Pirate Queen strikes me as the kind of woman who might be down for that. Your Majesty, you offered a bounty on the monster in the East. I could have collected it by now, but I wanted to speak to you first. Why? Last week, I hunted the beast down, found it feasting upon the remnants of some unlucky peasant. The damn creature loped away before I could kill it, so I followed at a distance. The beast made its way back to a grand keep. Before my eyes, I witnessed this bloodthirsty beast transform back into Conte Beaufort Snuts. Beaufort, you've been eating the peasantry. Yes. Do you know what manner of creature this might be? It's some kind of skin shedder, no doubt. A nightmare beast that lives within Conte Beaufort Snut's skin and comes out at night. They'll have no memory of their crimes, I'm sure. Ooh. Ad break. We're gonna wait. This is too good to let people miss it. What nobleman hasn't indulged in some sort of cannibalism or murder? Unfortunately, yeah. Release the Beaufort files. Sorry. Do mummies count? In what context? No, but mummies do. I see. Seriously, why didn't they make Mull romanceable? Look at them. I don't know what their pronouns are, but that's, you know, love them all the same. Okay, we're back. What should I do? Moving the head would be a good start. I can do the deed for a small fee. I shall send a team of inquisitors to investigate these claims. Very well, Your Majesty, whatever you say. I am honoured by your trust, Your Highness. A team of inquisitors are dispatched to investigate the claim that Conte Beaufort Snut sometimes turns into a monster. Hopefully they'll return intact. Faith is now irreverent. Sorry, I'm making you faithful again. Stop being faithless bastards. The counts, of course, registered a disapproval that the church is meddling with their private affairs. They wanted the matter dealt with, but not like this. Hiding from the church. In a tiny village far to the east, two counts meet at a derelict tavern. No one dares even glance in their direction. Another priest left my estate today. He said there was no sense preaching to the truly lost. I've heard the same across the east. We are no longer trapped under the church's thumb. Now we must not falter. If the Green Crow's proud, we can offer her the ultimate reward. Immortality. Only if my wife also gets immortality. Immortal pirate queen sailing the seven seas. I would give up my phone for that. For the next stage of their scheme, the Counts must raise authority to 5 or more in 4 seasons. By royal decree, we can tweak the laws governing how the council votes. The goal changed to authority. Where do I see your bloody goals again? This still says faith. Oh, that's Chiefs of the North, never mind. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. Raise the kingdom's authority to at least 5 in 4 seasons. Oh shit, we're already at 5. I'm a bit worried the Counts are running away with this. Shouldn't the patricians have already got to their second stage by now? You've had more than 5 trade for ages. No, oh, right. By next season. By next season. In 4 seasons. Right, I get it, I get it, I get it. I understand now. A shock announcement. Let's start in the capital. You stare out over the assembled faces of your nobles. You have a big announcement for them, and you're not sure how they'll take it. Badly, you expect. You clear your throat. May I introduce you to your new queen, the one, the only. Your servants blow trumpets to signal the bloody girl's arrival. She steps out beside you, clad in a dazzling green gown, a triumphant grin on her face. I am your pirate queen. Bow before me, lickspittles. A collective gasp ripples through the ranks of nobles. Someone faints. One of the patricians begins to weep. Your esteemed highness, how could you? How could you? After all she's done to our ships. The Defiance is now enraged. By the Starflayer, she's not just a commoner, she's a pirate. She sullies the sanctity of the throne. I'm not angry, just disappointed. This is your queen. Get used to it, bozos. The nobles muttered darkly among themselves. Don't mind them, beloved. They're just jealous. She sullies my sanctity, that's for sure. I have my own motion to put before the council. We should legalize piracy. By the 9th, you must be joking. Yeah, who does it make it? Fuck it, we ball. Your authority goes up. Your authority goes up, look. We want it up. Damn it. Both of we failed to get the authority up. Cost is too high. No, it's not. It's fine. Come on, Dorcadus. Oh, you can actually change your vote. Ah, well. I want to raise authority too. That's my goal. Oh, well. Wait, tied at 2. Yes! Legalize piracy. Be gay. Do crime. Once the council's verdict is passed, the patricians collectively rise and storm out of the room in disgust. The other nobles just sit there stunned. It's treasonous. Mutinous. After that, nobody is safe in the Pirate Queen and her rapacious fleet. It soon become clear that she is the undisputed master of the ocean, and all of her stolen wealth goes to your treasury. Stability is now teetering, authority is now commanding, trade is now poor, struggling, and wealthy. Oh, I'm loaded now. There you go, my beloved. Now do you see the benefit of being married to a pirate queen? Let's go to the bedchamber and I'll show you a few more. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Pussy was too good. The Inquisitors return. Your Majesty, I have received word back from the Inquisitors. Sent to investigate the claims about Conte Bofidus nuts and their nocturnal activities. I hope for your sake they've got results. We placed Conte Bofidus nuts in heavy iron chains and waited until nightfall. How do you feel about that, Bofa? Excited? A normal night for you. Saw that coming. They transformed into a vicious monster. Black fur, claws like scythes. It broke free and killed a dozen Inquisitors before he subdued it. It is clear that Conte Bofidus Nuts was a devil worshipper cursed by the ninth god for their sins. We request permission to burn them alive in the town square. I've already taken the piss. Defiance. Can Defiance go any higher? Remind me what causes a rebellion to trigger. Defiance needs to be high, but then what's the other thing that needs to be high? Oh, you have to actively say we revolt. Okay. Sorry, both of you got burnt. Nothing gets the peasants going like a good public burning. You hear reports that Conte Bofidus Nuts transformed into a monster halfway through. The peasants' belief in the ninth god has been raised to new heights by such an impressive spectacle, while the counts are furious to have been humiliated so publicly. Conte Bofidus Nuts has died. Bofidus Nuts II has joined the council. Defiance is now vengeful. Faith is now fervent. I mean, the North isn't thwarted, is it? Because they got past their first goal of faith, right? Like, they already don't need to worry about faith anymore, right? Oh, but the North. Yes, the North. Sorry, East, North. Yeah, the North is thwarted, which is good. It's fine. What's the worst that can happen? Contested wreck. An opportunity, Your Highness. A Kurf ship sunk last week, just off our coast. I request permission to salvage the wreckage. Kurf vessels are always full of valuable things. Wait. Oh, we've got Zyhex versus Ogre Daddy. Might be off your coast, but it's in our waters. By the 9th. In fact, it's closer to our city of Hyphos than any of yours. I think you'll find the Pirate Queen owns all the waters now. But you ceded those waters years ago in exchange for a chest of silver. You're having money problems. Your Majesty, esteemed council, don't let this liar fool you. Unless you own the game, Chris, you can't pick what region to join, but you will be put into patricians because they have the least. I'll wait for you to join before I start doing vote stuff so you can get involved. As you can see, patricians has the least. Well, technically, Zyhex also has only one because Ia moved and left, but... Wait, what? Huh? Wait, I thought... I'm confused. Why did it put Chris in Chiefs? Why did it put Chris in Chiefs? Maybe it has noticed that he is inactive, yeah. It says active players. Where? Where does it say active players? Oh, with the fewest active players. So, okay, yeah. Ogre Daddy, we need to have another person join before you get back up. Okay, what should be done with the Kurf shipwreck in the waters between the north and the coast? Allow the chiefs to salvage the ship, allow the patricians to salvage the ship. I've vetoed returning the bounty to Kurf, because I don't want Defiance to go up. Or you can leave the wreck alone for an authority gamble. Personally, I would have voted for patricians just to see if it could lower their defiance a bit, but that's just me as demonic and what I hope for. Alright, also, Chris, you are in the Chiefs, which means your goal is to lower... Oh wait, well right now the goal is going to be achieved, so don't worry about that. We'll explain it to you next time, when you're on to the next phase. Looks like the Chiefs will salvage the ship. Oh, patricians aren't a threat, you're right actually, the military sucks. But the military of the Chiefs is quite high. Good point. Don't worry, Chris, we'll explain it. basically, there are 3 noble... Let's call them noble houses. The chiefs, which you're in, with Zyhex. The counts, which is Bofa and Dorkadas. And the patricians, which is Ogadaddy. You each have a goal, a set of goals you have to work through, acting against me, the monarch, to try and achieve victory by installing your own claimant to the throne. Do you follow? So I am trying to achieve the goal of upping my authority. That's the goal I picked. You are trying to achieve the goal as the chiefs of lowering the faith. The counts are trying to get the authority up as well. And the patricians are trying to get their trade up. However, the patricians and the chiefs have already achieved their first phase goal. So next season you're going to have a new goal anyway. So you'll be looped in by next turn anyway. Right. What? But it's in our waters. Move over. The council's word is final, isn't it? But the operation doesn't ever get off the ground, so to speak. Oh. Chiefs failed. The reef where the ship sank are dangerous and full of sharks. After a dozen of divers going missing and are presumed eaten, the whole thing is called off. You lost some of your military, the North. Yeah, that works out for me. You don't get anything out of it, and you lose some military, so you can't rebel. There you go. Oh, we did fought the chiefs. Wait, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 13, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, well. You've got to lower the faith then, Chris. An ancient legend is resurfacing in the north, yet the chiefs can't agree on where. I'm telling you, my aunt's second cousin dug up a horn not long ago that looks just like the carvings. Your aunt's always digging things up. I have it on good authority that the horn is somewhere in my lands. The sagas confirm it. I told you 1,000 times, Zyhex doesn't mean hornblower in the old tongue. It means blower of... This is canon now. Zyhex, you're a blower. That's what your name means in the old tongue. Enough. If we're to recover the horn, we must earn the gods' favour, and while you two bicker, our enemies in the Ninth Church grow stronger. The chiefs aim to lower all regions' combined faith to 12 or less. So you've got to get these numbers down. In a dingy seaside tavern, 2 patricians to the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. The coast's economy has never been better. We're making more money than I know what to do with. Money breeds money. I've made a series of investments to improve our profits even more. What do you do with all the rest of this gold? Time to start buying things, of course. Land, roads, bridges. We'll buy up the whole kingdom piece by piece. But first, the Queen must be in desperate need of our gold. Good luck with that. I've got a pirate queen funding my kingdom. To advance our scheme, the patricians must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less in 2 seasons. Right, so currently the North is losing. They need to lower that faith to 12 or less. Council of the East seem to be doing the best since the authority is going to stay high as long as I have anything to do about it. And the Patricians of the Coast is going to have a hard time. One or more regions are able to rebel. As their defiance status higher than both authority and stability. The North can't rebel. The patricians won't want to, because they're actually in the lead, I imagine. And the counts can't do it on their own. The nobles are conferring. Ooh, all of our events are in the north this time. You joined at a good time, Chris. You're going to be involved. A sacrificed priest. Your Majesty, I bring grave news. A missionary went up north to bring the true faith to those pagans, but last week he was found dead on the outskirts of a remote village. May he rest in peace. Murdered? Just so, Your Majesty. And not just murder, but sacrificed in a devilish ritual to one of their awful pagan gods. He was found draped across the stone altar, with antlers embedded in his head. You must send an inquisitor to the village and root out the killers. How should the council respond to the pagan sacrifice of a ninth god missionary in the north? Let the matter lie. Defiance seems to go up and down, depending. Faith goes down, authority goes down. Send a lone inquisitor to investigate the missionary's death. Defiance goes up. Authority goes down, faith goes down. Send an entire team of inquisitors and a squad of soldiers. Defiance goes up, military goes down. Order the chiefs to bring the murderers to justice, which is a 60% chance of succeeding. Oh, I don't like any of these options. None of these are really good for me. I think this one might be the least terrible. Let's see you hopefully be unified in your decision. Alright, chiefs. It's your land. Let's see what you'd make with the situation. Don't worry, there's still time to vote, Chris, even though the time's at 0. It doesn't move on until I make it. Voting is closed. The matter lies. Not ideal. Are you and your council out of your collective minds, Your Majesty? You plan to ignore the wanton murder of a man of faith? Stability is now stable. Defiance of the coast cannot go any higher. The east is now treasonous. Defiance for the north, though, has gone down, which is good for me, because it means that a strong military power cannot rebel. And actually, the faith going down in the north didn't matter, because they're already at 0. So that doesn't help them in their goal at all. Authority went down there. Shoddy weapons. The latest batch of weapons delivered to the army in the north is unacceptable, Your Majesty. We cannot train our soldiers because the blades break like glass when they hit a sack of straw. Is there an issue with our supplier? Damn right there is. The last 4 batches have been like this. What should be done about the poorly equipped northern army? There's nothing we can do. Pay for new weapons at the treasury's expense. Order the Northern Watch to hunt down and punish the supplier. Let the voting begin. How do we deal with the poorly equipped Northern Army? Counts, I'm just saying. We have a shared interest here. We're missing Chris's vote. I will wait. The lick spittles. Well, ask if you're unsure, Chris. Sire Hex could probably explain his decision to you. Sure, it's probably going to go towards me anyway, but I want Chris to at least be able to vote. Oh. Well. you got a rebel in your midst, Sire Hex. It doesn't really change, to be honest. It doesn't change anything, really. It would have gone towards whatever I voted for anyway. I had a tiebreaker in place. Order the Northern Watch to hunt down and punish the supplier. It's alright, Chris, don't worry about it. Your watch arrests the supplier, a greasy merchant with a terrible comb-over. He admits he crafts shoddy weapons, but argues it's the only way he can stay in business. After he's hanged, you realise the truth of his words. No one else in the north steps up to fill the void. It's not profitable, given the rates of the army can afford to pay. Oh, as usual, ad break, I will wait. This is fun. I'm liking this. I know, Godaddy, you're right. We absolutely need to figure out how to do a collab of this for VTubers. VTubers do King of the Castle. We need to have a monarch of... We need to probably have you as monarch, maybe. I don't know, someone as monarch. You're writing a Google Doc. Ooh. You're serious about it, then. Looking forward to it. Need to drink some water. Oh, put me down for Guns of Icarus, don't worry. End of April. January, February, March, April, next month. It's going to be roughly the time I start doing a little short college course, but I should have time. Right. Presuming we're all back from adverts. The military in the north is now mediocre, and the trade is now destitute. I'm afraid the north is failing. Your soldiers go from having a shoddy weapon to not having enough. A spot of heresy. Hey, it's you, Chris. Chief It Chris. Your Majesty, I'm stunned, outraged, and incensed. I've been summoned to trial by the Inquisition on some nonsense fabricated charge. They're saying a group of church missionaries went missing near my lands. The weather's cold around there. Anything could have happened to them. No one dares defend me on their own. They're too scared of the High Inquisitor. The trial is set, but the Council must intervene, Your Greatness. Though she remains silent, the Council is keenly aware of the High Inquisitor's steely gaze from across the chamber. Alright everyone, how are you going to handle that Chris has been accused of being heretical. Search for a witness to defend the chief. Stability is gambled. Help the Inquisition gather evidence. The faith is gambled. Suggest they pray. It's just a random chance. I'm not letting you gamble my stability. I don't want witnesses. Right, well. I guess, can you vote? Can you vote on your own accusation? I'm gonna presume you can't. In fact, I could click continue and stop you. Chris can vote. It doesn't change anything though. How will the council handle the accused? Oh. During the trial, Chris crumbles and confesses to being responsible for the death of the missionaries. Their bodies are found hidden in their cellars. Challenge failed. Stability is now unstable. Shit. Defiance is now insolent. Faith can't go lower. Fuck. Unsmiling, the High Inquisitor gives the order. By the end of the day, Chris has been put to death. Chris has died, but don't worry, Chris II has joined the council. You're still playing. It's Chris the sequel. End season. Things aren't looking great, I'll be real. Okay, so for those who have joined us since, you can use your personal wealth to bid on buildings. The 2 highest funded buildings will be built. You use the command !fund followed by the letter that you want to vote for and the amount you want to spend. So fund XY, where X is the character code and Y is the amount you're pledging. Your personal wealth is on the right side. That is how much you can bid. And these are the things that can be bid on to build and what they do. So, consider what you need to do for your goals. And don't worry, Bofa, maybe you're going to be due a tax refund in the future. Who knows? But I needed to secure my treasury. If I hadn't, could have been in risk, you know, from the patricians if I hadn't bolstered my economy. It's for the good of the kingdom. Do people not want to build stuff, I guess? Oh, wait, I can't. Yeah, hang on. Sorry. Start auction. My bad. Quick, hurry up. I can't. You're actually timed for this one. I can't keep it waiting for you, unfortunately. Right, we've got our most funding towards the observatory and the patricians right now, followed by the monument of the counts. Oh, I see. Zarahex is going for the faith-lowering play. Chris might want to try and vote for E as well. Bid some money to E if they want to help with the chief's goal of lowering faith. Their choice. Oh, you need to choose the amount you spend too. Oh. Sorry, Chris. It's hard to follow when you're new to it, isn't it? Sorry. I tried to explain it, sorry. Especially if you're multitasking. Tricky to follow. The prison has been built and lowered stability. The monuments has been built and raised authority. Oh, the stability is concerningly low. The North can still not rebel. We're still safe from the North. The military sucks now anyway, so we're fine. Panic in the council. Oh, you just wanted to type fast. Okay, sorry. Your Majesty, I bring bad news from the north. We are receiving reports of... I'm sure your news can wait. I bring urgent tidings from the east that demand the Queen's attention at once. Wait your turn, you ignorant dolt. Why don't you settle your quarrel aside? Meanwhile, I have news from the coast that it really is urgent. Now, one at a time. The North is increasingly lawless, Your Highness. Some chiefs have taken advantage, declaring themselves independent of your rule. Is that all? By the blood of the dead, the Eastern courts are corrupt, Your Majesty. Judges are letting off the vilest criminals in return for the slightest bit of coin. My news is worse still. The industries of the coast are in grave danger. The workers are striking. They demand fewer hours and higher pay. I like that the problem with the patricians is that their workers just want rights. I feel like corruption was more serious. All these problems have arisen because the kingdom is increasingly unstable, Your Majesty. Something must be done. Agreed. Make sure these issues are dealt with, my Chancellor. Unfortunately, we lack the resources to tackle all these problems at once. We must vote on which matter to prioritize. Sorry, Yoga. Send troops to the independent chiefs. Send troops to bring the independent chiefs back into the kingdom. Reform the Eastern courts. Trade will be decreased. Defiance is going to wibble wobble. Stability, though, going up. The corrupt Eastern judges are stubborn. When you try to remove them from their posts, they retaliate by enforcing all the old forgotten laws that everyone has agreed to ignore. Suddenly, merchants are legally required to wear blindfolds on weekends, and every coin must be passed under the nose of a cat before it's spent. Trade grinds to a halt. Once the stupid old laws are repealed, you enact crucial legal reforms. No more corruption in the East, or at least less of it. The crisis in the East has been quashed, making the kingdom as a whole slightly more stable. But the numbers of the other regions feel that you're ignoring their problems. I shouldn't have let the North get more mutinous. It's fine, the military sucks. I'm good. Probably good. Defiance is so high. Giant spiders. Conte both of these nuts the second. Your Highness, a forest on my lands has been completely overrun by giant spiders. Some are as big as horses. The trees are shrouded in webs, and travellers are going missing. We must put a stop to this. What should be done about the giant spiders infesting a forest in the east? Send in the army to wipe them out. 60% military challenge. Burn it with fire. Trade goes down, farming goes down, defiance goes up. Put a bounty on giant spider legs. Treasury goes down. We must learn to coexist with giant spiders. Defiance goes up. I don't mind spending some of the treasury. It's still within my budget. Can't let it get too low, but I can afford it. Alright then. Voting is closed. Put a bounty on giant spider legs. You send an urgent message to the Adventurers Guild. The next day, a band of scarred ruffians with impractical weapons appear before the council to hear your problem. Treasury is now 3,500. Giant spiders it is? Damn, those things give me the creeps. Oh, they all do the same thing. We're offering a bounty for every spider leg you bring back here. We'll do our best, no promises. Soon adventurers are stacking spider legs high in your throne room and walking out with pockets full of gold. Conte Bofidus Nuts II is pleased to inform you that their spider problem has been mostly solved, and merchants are returning to the roads. Trade is now modest, defiance is now enraged, stability is now stable. Strange crops. The harvest in the east has been an utter disaster. Look at this turnip. My first thought was like, look at this photograph, but with a turnip. Look at this turnip. Don't point that thing at me. The turnip is riddled with rot and twisted into a grotesque shape of a skull. Half the harvest is like this. We need help if we're going to get through the winter. Farming has gone down to 5. Sorry, East. What should be done about the bizarre harvest in the east? This is probably nothing to worry about. Defiance goes up, stability goes down, farming goes down. Send scholars from Quail University to investigate the strange crops. Defiance goes up, stability goes down, farming goes down. Raid the other region's granaries to support accounts. Farming will probably go up for the counts and down for the others. Defiance goes up. Oh, Defiance is going to go up no matter what. Raid granaries and send scholars to investigate. I mean, this is the last thing. I might as well use that. I don't think I'm going to get it, but I might as well use it. Oh my god, Ogre. They're growing skull-shaped turnips filled with rot, and you just voted to... Why isn't Chris's vote registering? Chris's vote isn't registering. Look. They did vote A. Can you try rejoin, Chris? If you do exclamation point join again, it should, maybe it'll reset. Maybe it's because you were idle for a bit. Like if you weren't active in chat. Right, now try vote again, now you've joined again. Yawn. Why does the game hate Chris? This is going to make it a draw, but... This sucks. Hopefully you can vote on the next one. Okay, taking into account the fact that Chris was going to vote for A, and it wouldn't have been a tie, I'm going to choose A. And it will count as Chris's vote. Okay? This is me letting democracy play out. I don't want A to win, but it would have won. Probably nothing to worry about. Oh shit, sorry, I just smacked Mike.
Have you ever walked out of a mall into a huge parking area and realized you'd forgotten where you parked your car?
Ever gone mountain biking? What do you want to be when you grow up? What's the right tip? Have you called a plumber to your home lately? How superstitious are you?
How much money would it take to make you spend a night in a cemetery? Would you display this as a trophy? Do you have a pet? Do you have a sweet tooth? Do you believe in the power of a curse?
Have you had your hearing tested lately?
Have you had your hearing tested lately?
Can you remember the tallest man you've ever seen?
Do you love to go a-wandering beneath a clear blue sky?
Have you noticed what big stars real estate agents have become?
Are you careful with your personal records? Does your computer ever seem to have a mind of its own? Have you ever visited a Chinatown section in a major city?
Have you ever visited a flea market? Have you ever visited a truck stop? Did you ever have a job as a waiter?
Have you noticed how many successful restaurants are theme-based these days?
Have you ever had the desire to write your initials in wet cement?
Oh god, the East Defiance is treasonous and the stability has gone down. In the end, more than half of the East's harvest is blighted by rot and malformed into the shape of skulls or gnarled hands. A bleak winter lies ahead. The cause behind the blight is not yet known. Eastern soothsayers warn of a terrible omen. Farming is now needful. Counts have just gone from being the best farmers in the kingdom to tied as the worst with chiefs. Sorry to hear that, Counts. I'm going to be very hungry this year. End season. Sitting on a bench outside a sun-bleached villa, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. The thrice-cursed queen is still refusing to sell us any public land. It makes sense. The treasury's flush with coin right now. Patience, my friend. Let's bide our time until the queen's gold runs out. The patricians aim to lower the treasury to 1,500 or less. Good luck with that, guys. Counts, you're getting a bribe. You're having a hard time at the moment, so I'm going to give you some assistance. Everyone else will be taxed as normal. Defiance of the North is still too low to rebel. Counts and patricians remain unchanged. Prying eyes. Conte Bofidus II has entered the court. Your Majesty, you are of course the greatest queen of this century. Is there something you're after, Bofa? Your Highness, I seek only to tell you the truth as I see plain. But your power could be even greater. Death comes for us all, but what if it didn't have to? What if you could be the greatest queen of all millennia? Sounds sacrilegious. Perhaps it is, Your Grace, but perhaps it's simply making use of the opportunities the Ninth God provides. If you're strong enough to take them. I can arrange more meetings so that we may discuss this matter further. The door bursts open. Ah, so they got to you first. No matter. The Council of agents everywhere, and they've been building up your strength. But there's something more sinister afoot. Their ultimate aim is to recruit you into a court of immortal blood drinkers. What a tale. They want us to help the Queen. They have been helping me a great deal. To Conte Bofidus II shoots you a quick smile. The High Inquisitor looks furious. This is heresy of the highest order. The Council must know. How can the Eastern cult sniffing around a queen be stopped? Force the monarch to officially refuse this cult. Prevent the counts from seeking private audiences with the queen, which delays the scheme for 1 season. Leave the counts to their business. Listen, my ultimate goal is authority, which means that I kind of have to work with the counts on this, which sucks. But if I don't work with the counts, I cannot win. So, yeah, bit fucked there. Prevent the counts from seeking private audiences with the Queen. Schemes are delayed by 1 season, or the scheme is delayed for 1 season. That's kind of the ideal one for me, because it means authority doesn't get lowered. But it also means the counts don't get their scheme done as quickly. Somehow your schedule becomes chock full of nobles demanding your attention. Your Majesty, storms rage across the coast and the boats cannot leave. There's bound to be fish shortages next year. Never mind that. What about the hailstorms in the north? They've been knocking people out, and the warriors demand medicine. More and more visits. Take up your time. Some important, and many decidedly not. You have no chance to speak to the counts at all. The count's stat goal will not be evaluated until the end of next season. Whew. That gives me some time. Thank you, everyone. That was actually a decent vote for me. Conspiracy theories. Okay, see you in a bit, Dorkadas. I'm sure both will work hard to secure the count's authority. Hysterical rumours are sweeping the northern common folk. Thousands of otherwise sane individuals now believe that I, the entire council, and indeed your highness, are actually, frog people. Shit, guys, the common folk have found out. They found out. No. It's true, your majesty. Apparently we came from the moon to replace all humans with our frog spawn, and we're simply wearing human skin. Are we sure the patricians aren't frog people? For their flaws, I don't believe so. We need to do something about these rumours before the peasants rise against us. What can be done to address the rumours in the north that the Queen and her council are frog people? Forbid all mention of frog people in the north for an authority challenge. The Queen should give a speech to address the peasants' concerns. We shouldn't dignify these allegations with a response. Stability. down. Oh shit. The North is ruining our stability. Oh, hang on. I think we're good though, because I voted. I'm going to give a speech. A week later, you're standing in a public square in the north, looking out over thousands of peasants who think you're a frog. Show us your hands. We know you've got webbed fingers. We don't want your frog spawn. Go back to your moon pond. How can you possibly win them over? You'll need to choose your words carefully. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Oh, the North doesn't have enough faith. I guess I have to do Defiance. Yeah, I guess because Defiance is high, I could be like, we're not agreeing on anything. We can't possibly be on the same side. How could the Council and I all be frog people? We don't agree on anything. With some reluctant muttering, the crowd disperses. You must have made a good point. Rumors of frog people died down a dirt resurface. Stability is now stable. The fact we don't get along actually paid off. The peasantry doesn't think we're all on the same side. Vultures. In the north. Chris. Greedy coastal merchants are taking advantage of cheap northern labour, Your Highness, exploiting our natural resources and putting our trading companies out of business. They're vultures. Vultures. Is it really such a problem? This is just business. Oh my god. Chris, your wealth has just gone down from 1,100 to 350 because of the patricians. Oh, hang on. We'll wait for the ad break. I need to stand up and stretch. 1 second. Hello again. Hi. What's up? Everyone having fun? Is the game good? I'm glad it ended up going well. I'm having fun. Yeah? We'll have to do more party games next weekend for sure. Yeah, having the monarch be able to actually make decisions is really nice, actually. I'm glad for it. A lot better off that way, I think. Let me know when ads are over. It's a lot easier to be confused when you join late as well, Chris, to be fair. You weren't there for like all the tutorials and stuff. Yeah. You just wreck chaos and see what happens. Hey, that's fun. We take that. I'm going to take this moment to say that I am, just the same as I did with Jingle Jam, I'm using Tiltify to raise money for the MS Society. Exclamation point MS and exclamation point MS Society will give you more information. Multiple sclerosis is a neurodegenerative disease that attacks the myelin, which is a coating that protects the nervous system, or the little nerve endings. Unfortunately, my father passed away on January 25th from pneumonia. The secondary cause was his multiple sclerosis. He wasn't strong enough after years of fighting to combat the disease. So yeah, I'm hoping I can raise money for DMS Society, so that in the future maybe we can find a fix. My dad had it for 22 years. I think 22. I think it was 22. It was a long time, over 2 decades. It's a long time to have MS. He was stubborn, and I admire that. He kept going. To be taken out suddenly by pneumonia. He made the choice himself to have his oxygen removed when he couldn't fight anymore. But I mean, 22 years is more than anyone gets out of MS, I think. More than most, rather, I'd say. Yeah. So. Yeah. So, if in the future the campaign is not, it's not like Jingle Jam. It's not going to be like a 2-week period thing. It's permanent. I just want to. I want to use my channel to just permanently raise awareness for multiple sclerosis now. The exception will be, I will probably do Jingle Jam at Christmas again. But otherwise, the rest of the year, that's staying up there. And, you know, if people donate, I'll draw pictures, you know. I'll do stretch goals, karaoke streams, stuff like that. If people want to support. I will have benefits that you get out of it. No video game collection, though. It's not like Jingle Jam. I can't give you 15 video games. But yeah, I will go back to the game now, because the ad break is almost certainly over. Sit back down. Sup? Okay, what should be done about coastal merchants exploiting the North? Thank you for the hydrate. We can kick out the patricians and put trading companies back in northern hands. We'll probably raise the defiance of the patricians. We'll rebalance the wealth and trade. The Queen will buy up the coastal trading companies. That is... Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, what? No, wait. This is going to be an interesting vote. This one's really contentious. Wait, Zyhex. You're the one being exploited. Why? Why would you say it's just business? Surely you would want to kick the patricians out. What are you doing? Well, tiebreaker. Patricians. GTFO. Kick the patricians out and put trading companies back in Northern hands. The North are very divided in their voting. By all that glitters, trust me, those Northern fools will run my companies into the ground. Oh, Ogre Daddy, you're now broke. Got no money. The Defiance and the Coast can't go higher. All the coastal companies in the north are transferred to new ownership. Lumberyards, fur traders, breweries, iron mines. Trade in the coast has gone down to 6. And Chris's wealth has increased to 1,850. You're loaded now, Chris. It all goes to Chief It Chris 999 the second. As the months pass, it becomes evident that Lord Patrician Ogre Daddy was wrong. The companies continue to make a nice profit, and their new owner spreads the wealth all across the north. Northern trade has increased. End of the season. By royal decree, we can tweak the laws governing how the council votes. I want to keep my treasury up, so I'm going to go for the gamble. Rebellion status is unchanged. About your heir. Ooh. Your marriage to Helena has leaped from strength to strength over the past few months. Truly, you found your soulmate, and every day you count your blessings. It's high time you thought about an heir. Well, you're finally married. I'm very happy, thank you. Happiness is not as important as fulfilling your duties as a kingdom, but I'm glad you found a way to have both. You've done well so far, but something's still missing. An heir. You need someone young, whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. My wife and I will have a child together. The traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can get down to business. We might be at it for a while if we're both women. I mean, I'm a woman, I can probably do it, so it's fine. I presume the monarch is just as capable as me. If you catch my drift. Transformation plague. Your Highness, grim tidings from the east. Some of our finest soldiers have come with a strange sickness. Uh-oh. The eastern soldiers are sick? What kind of sickness? At least 200 soldiers have sprouted tiny extra limbs, or even stunted and misshapen heads. Most of those affected have died, their hearts given out under the strain. Military of the East is now inadequate. Some kind of dark magic is at work here, Your Grace. I shall assemble the council. Ogre? What are you doing? We're sending scholars from the university to investigate, hopefully. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear me. Ah, voting is closed. Let's wait and see if the problem solves itself. If that is what you think is best, Your Majesty, I suppose I must accept it. Over the next few weeks, the bizarre plague continues to ravage the East's military. Hundreds of soldiers are hideously altered by the illness, and those who survive are driven to the margins of society. Your Majesty, you recall your bounty on spider legs. There have been certain financial irregularities surrounding the initiative. Though the spider problem has been solved, we've still got dozens of bounties being claimed every day. In fact, we owe the Adventurers Guild over 2,000 gold. Adventurers Guild over 2,000 gold. That can't be right. I've checked and double-checked the accounts, I'm afraid. I took the liberty of asking the spy master to investigate. My spies in the guild tell me they're breeding giant spiders in the basement across the kingdom. They've even bred a variety of extra legs. This is obviously against the spirit of the agreement, but we didn't technically forbid it. We still owe them 2,053 gold, legally speaking. I ain't paying them shit for that. Oh wait, there's two options. Shit. There's two options that cost me, and that one cost me more. I should have vetoed that one. Hang on. That's true, actually. Ogre Daddy's rebelled, so... I mean, A is worse for me. Alright. Get voting, gang. This is bad. This is really bad. That's everyone. Cancelled the bounty scheme and refused to pay the guild anything. Infuriated by your refusal to pay, the Adventurers Guild goes on strike. Across the kingdom, ghouls, hordlings, hobs, and other monsters are permitted to run rampant. Dungeons erupt with eldritch horrors as ancient relics gather dust. The potion industry craters. To make matters worse, once the bounty is cancelled, the guild has no more use for their spiders, so they simply release them into the wild. Thousands of them. The loss of spiders soon overrun the kingdom, and the fields are swamped in webbing. Travelling the roads becomes an impossible risk. The peasants lament that the Night God has abandoned them. Ah. Yeah, that was probably a predictable side effect. Oh, don't worry, their faith went down to Zyhex. Nationwide spider plague. Love it. This is going very badly. The legend of Odeheld's Horn. Northern sagas tell of Odeheld's Horn, once gifted to mortals by the honey-blooded prince himself, then lost to the snows of time, never to be found again. Until now. I have it. Odeheld has spoken. Last night, during the storm, I beseeched the drunken vessel himself, and lo, did lightning strike the earth far to the north. That is where we will find the horn. You mean into the frozen wastes? Aye, have everyone muster their best warriors. We're headed into the domain of the ice giants. For the next stage of the chief's scheme, they must raise their military to 5 or more in 2 seasons. Zyhex, you're off to go fight ice giants. With a game of chess, playing a game of chess in an austere castle, 2 counts of the east discuss their schemes against the crown. How delightful! The queen is drunk with power. She's mandated statues of herself to be built in every major city. Ah, I know, right? I'm great. Our sculptures are doing well, I hear. But still, it means the time is ripe. But I was thinking, should we really show the queen the true secrets of our group? I thought that was the point. Immortality and all that. Yes, but those secrets are meant to be, well, kept secret. What if we pulled the wool over her eyes? Should the counts truly induct the queen into their secret society? Alright, count. Basically just both are now making decisions. Yeah, they're both going to be pretty difficult for you. I guess it's which one you think is you're more confident in doing. Should the counts truly induct the queen into their secret society? Plan a false immortality ritual for the queen that will kill her. Oh, fuck off. This will be a fine trick. The important thing is that we keep a good reputation with the queen. We must convince her we're a trusted friend willing to share a wondrous gift. For the final stage of their scheme, the counts must lower their defiance to 5 or less. The end game. At least one region has entered the final stage of their scheme. If they pass it, they will win the game. There are some exceptions. If 2 or more regions pass the final scheme stage, the winner will be decided at random. If stability, authority, or treasury hit 0, and a final scheme stage passes at the same time, the scheme takes priority. If rebellion ends with a rebellion win, and a final scheme stage passes all the same, the scheme takes priority. The monarch can only win in ambition events, which will appear after you've acquired an heir. Why did it take me so long to get a bloody heir? I got a wife nice and early. Still haven't got one. Right, Patricians of the Coast are currently winning. The first side to earn 5 victory points will win. Rebellion. At long last, the patricians have reached their boiling point. You are confronted in your throne room by noble patrician Denari, their smile gleaming in the light of the braziers. The patricians of the coast will bring you down, pretended to the monarch. We will rise up and fight for Aspen, the true monarch. Oh no, the authority! That's so much! Ah! This is a formal declaration of war. The next time we see each other will be on the battlefield. Seize them. Come along now, traitors get the chop. But, what? You can't do this. I'm an envoy, see? See how the Queen's tyranny grows worse by the day? Your watchmen waste no time. Noble patrician Denari is dragged out to the courtyard and their head is struck from their shoulders. What are our chances against the rebels? Pretty good. The patricians aren't exactly a military powerhouse. I hope they don't persuade any other regions to join the rebellion. That would be disastrous. How did things get this bad? Oh, fuck off, Zyhex. What are you doing? You're just rebelling? The leader of the rebellion is Lord Patrician Ogre Daddy. Both. Why? Why are you all rebelling? Why are you all rebelling? I'm not even going to win. He's citing your past transgressions as reasons for the uprising. The fact that the kingdom is full of spiders now. Your marriage to the pirate queen. Not to mention the fact you legalized piracy. Really? Because of that? Well, that's their excuse. In reality, it's not about you. It's a power grab. So this is it? Civil war? That's right, Your Majesty. The kingdom is divided. There will be a lot of death and suffering before this is all over. I can't wait. I'll dig out the trebuchets. Oh, thank God, they can't join yet. The North can't join yet. We're good. I think we're good. Spiders everywhere. Waking from sleep one night, you hear the tippy-tap of many legs on the roof. When you peer out the window, the streets are draped in webbing. The giant spiders have finally infested the capital. A distant scream rings out as a watchman is dragged to his doom. Did you hear that too? The spiders out there. What are we to do? The spiders are out there. What are we to do? Stay in there here, Your Majesty. We'll sweep the palace. Your eastern knights venture out into the dark. Battle cries and the chittering of spiders echo through the night. The next morning, only a few of your honor guard are still alive. The rest are dead, their bodies swollen with poison. Dozens of spider corpses litter the corridors. Oh no. Not my beautiful romantic Knights of the Rose. The surviving knights are too traumatized to resume their duties. They resign and return to their homeland. The rest of their lives, they will scream when they see a spider scuttling across their kitchen counter. Heavy casualties last night, Your Majesty, but the spiders are dealt with. However, unless we do something, they'll be back. This is really bad. I can't have my stability and authority lower anymore. Oh god. Oh god. Wait, stability's gonna hit 0. That's game over. Oh well. Surely you all don't want game over. Vote for military. Don't let it end like this, with spiders overrunning the kingdom. You can't win if the spiders... Wait, Ogre's vote didn't go through. I think, Chris, you're doing the wrong... Oh yeah, you're a rebel. I can't do game over. Arrested leaders of the Adventurers Guild for releasing the spiders. I've been waiting for years to take a crack at the guild. Let's see how those amateurs hold up against real soldiers. The next day, your troops storm guild outposts across the kingdom, as well as the central headquarters in the capital. Yeah, no, we're fucked. Adventurers are adept fighters, with plenty of tricks up their sleeves. Your soldiers find themselves blinded by magic dust as they battle opponents buffed by illegal potions. Unfortunately, your soldiers aren't up to the task. They retreat after taking tremendous losses. Ah, but I fucked all your militaries! Yeah! The build is stronger than ever. The guild is stronger than ever. Your nobles whisper that the queen is afraid of the Adventurers Guild, who truly rules the land. Over the next few months, it becomes clear that the answer, unfortunately, is spiders. You tried to rebel, but spiders ate all your soldiers, and Adventurers killed them all too. Can't rebel if spiders are eating all your troops. And the Adventurers Guild slaughtered them all too. It's a lawless land, ran by spiders. Opening strike. Do you smell that, my friend? Sorry, I think I stepped in some... That's freedom you smell. Freedom from the mad tyrant Queen Rosenthorn. At long last, we've risen up against her oppression. If we want to keep our freedom, we must fight for it. And I ask you, my fellow patricians, what will be our opening strike against the Queen? Our army is too weak to attempt any military action, unfortunately. If we suspect the counts may join our cause, we can call them to war. They'll be more than likely to join us if the Queen's authority is low. We could also call upon the Church to condemn the Queen, or finally you could send off an assassin and nip this in the bud. Alright, Patrician, Ogre Daddy, you're voting on what you're going to do. I mean, the counts aren't going to be useful against you. The counts have 0 military, they're not going to help. But fine. The patricians smuggle a secret message to the counts. Dignified counts, too long have you suffered under the Queen's oppression. You Easterners are a proud people. Why are you putting up with this tyrant? Join us. He speaks truly. Why did we never think of things this way? The counts are emboldened by the call to rebellion. Of course, they can only act on it if their defiance is high enough. God, we're doomed. Alright, start looking at your funds and considering what you want to do for auction, guys. I'll give you a couple of seconds before I hit start auction. Make your decisions. Many of you can't even really spend much. And we're going to start auction in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Trying to lower the military of the chiefs. Chris has a lot of money. Might be able to get Chris to get that fortress built. There we go. Looks like it'll be the aqueduct in the fortress. Oh. No. Nothing happens because you cancelled out. Good work, guys. You just wasted your money. We got 2 rebels. It's just me and you, Zyhex, against these vicious rebels. My dear Counts of the East. Okay, Zyhex, you can join, but you have military, they do not. If you help me, we can beat them. Just saying. My dear Counts of the East, thank you for joining us in our righteous war against the tyrant Queen Rosenthorn. It was in our best interests, enemy of my enemy and all. Well, before you commit your troops, you must decide where to direct your opening strike. Your army is too weak to attempt any military action, unfortunately. If we suspect the chiefs may join our cause, we can call them to war. They'll be more likely to join us if the Queen's authority is low. You could also call upon the Church to condemn the Queen, or perhaps you could send off an assassin to nip this in the bud. Uh-oh. Oh god, my honor guard were killed. Weren't they? By the spider. Oh, the Church. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Thank you for meeting. Haha! Yes! Yes! Thank you for meeting with me, Your Holiness. Let's cut to the chase before you launch into your little speech. Do you think the church has lasted 1,000 years by changing allegiances along with the weekly hymns? No, we're careful about who we support. And you're nothing but a thorn in my side. I wouldn't pee on you if you were burning at the stake. Get out of my sight. Blood and stars. The church refuses to lend their official support to the rebels. In fact, the Archbishop also orders a mass excommunication of any soldiers who fight against the Queen. All the traitors can, in his words, go directly to hell. Any rebels who believe in the ninth god are thoroughly shaken by this. Their loyalties are torn in half. Thousands of rebel soldiers desert to join the loyalists, fearing for their souls. Hey, Zyhex. So, just saying, Zyhex and Chris, I think you're best off staying with me. Because the rebels kind of suck. The church doesn't even like them. So, you know. More treachery. You might be faithless, but you're also warriors, so why would you join a losing battle? When you can fight for the winning side. Dire news, Your Majesty. The East has sent a battalion of their finest soldiers to support the patricians in the field. Have they turned against us? Afraid so. The council formally joined the rebellion, declaring you a tyrant. They've cited your past transgressions as a reason for uprising. The fact you legalized piracy, your marriage to the pirate queen. Not to mention this kingdom is full of spiders now. I won't lie, Your Majesty, the odds are stacked against us. Listen, the spiders are just like part of it now. Vast armies darken the landscape like the shadows of clouds. Flags are flying, drums are pounding in rhythm with the marching of boots. The kingdom is gripped with civil war. At least, that's what you imagine. Most of your time is spent in the safety of your palace, poring over a giant map with your marshal. Your Majesty, the army of the coast is trying to link up with the army of the east. If we take them both at once, we're in real trouble. Our only hope is the chiefs. Against both armies at once, they'd be outnumbered. But perhaps they can... They're literally begging you to join, which means that they're desperate, which means you don't want to work for them, because you're going to do all the work. If they need your help, that means you're going to do all the work. Right? What do you get out of it? They can wait it out. Our only hope is the chiefs. Against both armies at once, they'd be outnumbered, but perhaps they can take one of the rebel armies by surprise before the two join forces. We have no choice but to strike one or the other before it's too late. What are your orders, Your Majesty? Tell the chiefs to go after the counts. Very well, Your Majesty. I'll relay your orders to the commander in the field. Hopefully they'll do as they're told. God knows treachery can thrive on a battlefield. Chiefs, this is where you pick a side. Moment of truth. Will you follow the orders and fight the counts? I knew you'd be loyal, Zyhex. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am, of course, your queen. The whole city holds its breath. You stew in your palace, waiting for your marshal's return. You can't change votes after you've voted. I would have to enact a law that lets you change votes. And I never saw a point of enacting that law, because why would I want you to do that? Finally, she burst into your throne room, drenched in the blood and sweat of battle. Oh my god, it's 50%. It's a 50% chance for if the North has beaten the Counts. Even though the Counts have no military. Okay. Marshal, report. At dawn, we drew up in battle formations. It's all very orderly at first, Your Majesty, but after the trumpets blow and the cavalry charge, it's nothing but blood and screams. Anyway. Whew, I appraised the situation. The eastern line was breaking. They were fleeing the field. The North military challenge succeeded. It was a total rout, Your Majesty, with your loyalists scarcely taking a scratch. The Ninth is with us. Thank the Ninth. Instead of the Ninth, you should thank the Chiefs. Maybe send them some flowers. The Eastern Army is scattered all over the countryside. It'll be months before they can regroup. Hello! I like you too. Welcome in, Sakadahina VTuber. Thank you for raiding with 5 viewers and immediately telling me to drink. Welcome, welcome. We're currently playing King of the Castle. We are...
Gentlemen, this is democracy, man. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis. This is the bloke who got me on the penis, people. Why did you do this to me? For what reason? What is the charge?
Thank you for the stretch.
Meal? Succulent Chinese meal. Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes, I see you know your judo well. Good one. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? How dare... Get your hands off me. Ta-ta and farewell.
Sorry. Anyway, thank you for the redeem. For the random meme. Welcome in, Hina. I hope you had a good stream. If you have to raid and run, do so. As for all the other raiders, we are playing King of the Castle. It is a chat participation game. If you wish to be a noble and vote on the decisions being made by the noble houses, you can do !join followed by your pronouns to become a noble and get involved in the voting. I'm sure the rosebuds who are already here involved in the game would gladly teach you the ropes and guide you in what needs to be done. Anyway, we've just had a battle between the chiefs and the counts, where the chiefs routed the counts' army, and it'll be months before they can regroup. But now our armies are tired, and the patricians are still out there, raring for a fight. We can only hope our luck holds out. It'll all come down to the next battle, Your Majesty. The fate of the kingdom hangs in the balance. We will prevail. That's the spirit. Now I must really be going. I have a lot to take care of. I ain't leading a battle. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. Send a pirate queen instead. It's end of season. Back at Chief Zyhek's clan hall, a troop of warriors are gathered from the journey north, but their numbers leave something to be desired. You call this an army? This is barely enough warriors to raid a chicken coop. How are we supposed to brave the ice giants with these greenhorns? We're working on it. It'll take time for our warriors to join us. But we put a call out over a year ago. Why does Starflare get us more warriors, will you? I don't care how. The chief's aim is to raise their military to at least 5. Zyhex, it was enough to defend a kingdom against a non-existent military. Not to fight ice giants. Here. The North. We're at war. You know? I am a thankful queen. I will pay you for your services as a reward for your amazing battle performance and future loyalty. You're very welcome. My heir! Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to... The council hall is filled with nervous silence. You know what? Gender reveal party is a daughter. We love a girl boss. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Highness, may I be first to congratulate you on the birth of your daughter. What is her name? Rosenthorn II. We're doing a sequel, baby. We're doing a sequel, baby. The gods are good, your greatness. I'm sure little Rosenthorn II will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. I'm so far off of my ambition. I need to do authority, and a rebellion is not good for authority. Something has risen. My penis. What? Anyway. Your Majesty, excellent news. My spies report that something terrible emerged from the cursed mine in the east. It was an enormous iron hand, bigger than a cathedral, creeping across the landscape like a colossal spider. Listen, if your wife was the pirate queen, it's never going down. Now, the Eastern Army was forced to engage in combat. It was eventually destroyed, but not before crushing hundreds of Eastern soldiers like ants. It's a giant metal hand. Giant spider? Metal... Wait, what? Giant spider? Was it like a... They said metal, didn't they? Like a giant spider ate your army? I guess? I don't know. Sounds like the East has been given a big hand. Scintillating wit as usual, your Majesty. What happened to the mine after this thing emerged? A total collapse, your Majesty. Whatever else was damned has been lost. Serves them right for rebelling. Indeed, your Majesty. It was a most serendipitous occurrence. I'm afraid a giant metal hand wiped out your already non-existent army. What a shame. The final battle. War has taken its toll. Even combined, the armies of the patricians and the counts amount to nothing more than a few cowards and old men. We're doomed. Indeed, I think we may be doomed. Loyalists gain a victory point. With no armies to speak of, the rebels cannot march in rebellion. They mill around their camp, waiting for the Queen's forces to come and smash them to pieces. End season. Nobles must vote for their least favoured option. The option with the least votes will pass. I don't see the point in any of these besides just being a little bit silly. The Loyalists are winning the rebellion, the rebels are crumbling. Oh, you need to step away and get some food. Ogre Daddy, it didn't register because they weren't able to rebel at that point. It hadn't been set up as a... It wasn't possible yet. It wasn't in the corner as an available option for them. Maybe had it ticked over to the you would have had to wait a season. it would have been next season that they could have rebelled. At the point when they typed rebel, there was no option for rebellion. Yeah, but that's Defiance and Authority only happened that season. So it had to tick over to register. The rebel army has crumbled. I've ordered a massive push into their lands, looting and pillaging the whole way. As we speak, Your Majesty, our armies are laying siege to Lord Patrician Ogre Daddy's fortress. It sounds suspiciously like we've won. All that remains are the formalities of victory, Your Majesty. Yay! Trade and wealth. The Marshal rides back out to oversee the siege. A few days later, you receive word that Lord Patrician's Ogre Daddy's castle has fallen, and just like that, the rebellion is over. Soon, the Northern Army is parading through the city, waving their banners and showing off their loot. See, look, this is the benefits the North have achieved by siding with me. Their trade and wealth has improved. Meanwhile, Lord Patrician Ogre Daddy, the leader of the rebellion, has brought you in chains. Common folk crowd into the palace to watch the trial. We would... Hello. Welcome in, raiders from Albion the Bard and Doodle. Welcome, welcome. We are 3.5 hours into the stream. I have just defeated, with the help of the North, the rebel armies of Ogre Daddy and his patricians, and the counts of Bofa and Dorcadus. Although Dorcadus is not with us right now. Welcome in Doodle, Guard, and Albion. Guards, execute him. Stiff-backed and silent, Lord Patrician Ogre Daddy is dragged out into the square and led up onto a platform before the roaring masses. The executioner's axe falls, the head bounces into the crowd, and the common folk kick it around in cheer. Ogre Daddy II has joined the council. And just like that, the coast and the east are defeated. The kingdom is yours again. The coast military is still dead. The east military is still dead. Defiance has gone down to mutinous. The north are completely loyal. As you sit, resplendent atop your throne, the common folk raise a mighty cheer. Long live the Queen, they shout. Long live the Queen. Authority is now imperious, and stability is now teetering. The counts can return back to doing their scheme, though. And they are currently actually about to probably win. So the counts rebelling was just like, even if they lost, they could get their defiance down by losing and then win anyway. Ah. That seems a bit bullshit. It's like a bit of a cheese way to win. I just slaughtered you in a war, and now you just get to sneak in a win at the end. It's a bright morning. You're enjoying your breakfast when a letter arrives from Conte Bofidus II inviting you to their keep. Encoded in the letter, you recognize the symbol of the Count's secret society along with a hidden message. Your heart quickens. In exchange for control of the throne, you shall live forever. This is it. It's time for your eternity to begin. Your wife Helena looks over her cup at you fondly. What are you smiling about? You're not getting sentimental with me, are you? Do these change the outcome? I'm going to take a short trip to the east. Oh, I'll make sure everything keeps running smoothly over here. For your voyage to the east, you decide on a modest carriage of fast horses, best not to be seen on your way. It's nightfall when you arrive. I think you've already won, haven't you? This is probably the victory thing. Conte, both of these nuts the second, hurries you inside. Down cold stones, steps to the cellars. You blink in the darkness. It doesn't really have to be this dark. The teeth glimmer in the blackness. All be illuminated, your grace. I swear by the blood of the dead. You follow them into a wide chamber lit with dozens of candles. A circle of sigils is daubed on the floor with something thick and dark. Looking at the shapes sends shivers down the back of your neck. Robed figures surround the circle, their faces are hidden, but as they chant, their voices echo as though the chamber is much larger than it appears. Wow. Anyway, I'm not so sure about this. Everyone gets jitters, your majesty. It's nothing to be concerned about. The chanting rises. As the count passes a gold chalice around the circle, each one takes a sip. Conte Bofidis Nuts II hands it to you solemnly. The chalice is filled with blood. Drink, your grace, and be fortified. You shall live forever. You know what? I think I'm in the wrong place. The count's closing on around you. Was the room always this warm? Your grace, it's time. Run. As you fling the chalice to the ground, blood splatters across the circle. The count's gasp in shock. You try to duck between the robed figures, but they block your way. Before you can gather yourself, Conte, Bofidus Nuts II, draws a long knife. Farewell, eternal queen. Long live Monarch Mara. The blood from the chalice mingles with yours on the ancient stones of the Eastern Keep. Your reign is over. You're a little bit late to the party, Albion. We've been playing for like 3.5 hours already. Queen Rosenthorn fled the ritual, but was stabbed before she could take 6 steps. Waste not, want not. The counts drank royal blood until the queen was a desiccated corpse. The chiefs abandoned their hopes for Oatheld's horn, which passed into legend once more. A treasure fit only for seducing adventurers into the frozen wastes where ice giants or hypothermia await them. The patricians attempt to buy the kingdom ended in failure. Bankruptcies were filed. Marks were scratched in secret ledgers. The risk-reward calculus wasn't favourable. Perhaps next time. A fine trick indeed. When Queen Rosenthorn vanished, the counts were ready. They swept into the ensuing power vacuum and installed Mara as a successor before the other reasons had a chance to protest. Investigations into the Queen's disappearance were quashed. Yeah, congratulations, counts. There wasn't really much that could be done. As soon as you rebelled, it was game over. Because the options were you rebel and then you win by rebelling. Or you lose the rebellion and your defiance went down and gave you the instant win. The game length being 3 years and 3 months is funny because the stream length is 3 hours and 30 minutes. Oh well. My poor pirate queen. Hopefully she was able to escape. With my beautiful baby girl. Your second game will include dynasty events which continue the story of previous events. Your nobles will return to their previous regions and keep their wealth. You can also export your saved games for other players to import and play on the continued dynasty screen. We store these on our servers, so need to copy-paste. Hey, also, check out... These are my... Wait, why does it look different? Oh, I guess because the other one died. I guess my Monarch died, so she looks different now. These were my nobles. Oh, they also looked at... Some of these... They weren't saved. You bastards. They didn't save them. Oh well. Oh well. Anyway. Oh well. What a shame. Right. That's thank you for joining me for the community night. We will try to do more of this sort of thing on Sundays. Sunday 7 PM GMT. and I will find a raid target for us. Thank you to Sukada Hina and Albion the Bard and Doodle for raiding. We're going to raid Acacia Star Dune. They are a lovely streamer, hilarious to watch. So do send love their way. There's some great redeems. Lots of green screen. It was probably a lot more confusing for people who joined later, Chris. Hopefully in the future, if you were to play it again, you would know what was going on and be able to keep track a bit easier. It definitely gets more confusing the longer it goes on. Right, but I will see you all tomorrow for Hades. I'll try to make a schedule tonight. Thursday onwards, I'm going back home to be with family, just for Mother's Day and stuff here in the UK. So second half of the week there won't be anything. So I'll try to fit some streams into Monday to Wednesday. I'll try to. I'll see. It's going to be a bit tricky. But I will be away for the second half of the week for Mother's Day stuff. So I want to be with family at this time. Yeah. So thank you all for dropping by. Hopefully, folks will want to return for next weekend, and I'll maybe do a poll to see what kind of party games people want to play next weekend. On my Discord. So for anyone who's not in my Discord, I think most of you are. Oh, it's doubled up. Ignore the Stream Elements one. The Stream Elements one is my old Discord. Anyway, see you all. Bye 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 bye. Bye 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 bye.